Good morning everyone. In this video we discuss important diagrams in labeling. This is a diagram of simple permanent tissue. As you know, parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma are the simple permanent tissues. A few layers of cells beneath the epidermis are generally simple permanent tissue. Parenchyma is the most common simple permanent tissue. It consists of relatively unspecialized cells with thin cell wall. They are living cells. They are usually loosely arranged, thus large spaces between cells are found in this tissue. This tissue generally stores food. In some situations, it contains chlorophyll and performs photosynthesis, then it is said chlorenchyma. In aquatic plants, large air cavities are present in parenchyma to help them float. Such a parenchyma type is called aerenchyma. The flexibility in plant is due to another permanent tissue, that is collenchyma. It allows bending of various parts of a plant like tendrils and stems of climbers without breaking. It also provides mechanical support. We can find this tissue in leaf stalk below the epidermis. The cells of this tissue are living, elongated and irregularly thickened at the corner. There is very little intercellular space. The third tissue is sclerenchyma tissue. Sclerenchyma tissue is hard and the cells are dead. There is no intercellular space in between these cells of the sclerenchyma tissue. This tissue is present in the vascular bundle, in the nutshells, in the covering of a seeds, and in the husk of a coconut. So these are the simple permanent tissue. Second one, epithelial tissue. The covering or protective tissue in the animal body are epithelial tissue. Different epithelia show different structures that correlate with their unique function. For example, in cells lining blood vessels or lung alveoli, transportation of substances occur through a selectively permeable membrane. This is a simple epithelial tissue, or we can say that simple squamous epithelial tissue. Simple squamous epithelial cells are extremely thin and flat and form the delicate lining of the esophagus and the lining of the mouth. Where absorption and secretion occurs, as in the lining of the intestine, tall epithelial cells are present. So these are the columnar epithelial cells. So columnar epithelial tissue present across the epithelial barrier in the respiratory tract. The columnar epithelial tissue also bears cilia, which are hair-like projections, and also plays an important role in pushes the mucus forward to clear it. Cuboidal epithelium with cube-shaped cells forms the lining of kidney tubules and duct of salivary glands, where it provides mechanical support. Epithelial cells often acquire additional specializations as gland cells, which secrete substances as the epithelial surface. Sometimes a portion of the epithelial tissue folds inward and a multicellular gland is formed. This is glandular epithelium. So these are various types of epithelial tissue. Thank you.